who've been around quite a while. Andy Roberts, who I thought was probably one of the most effective quick bowlers there's ever been. Tremendous change of pace.
Marvellous bowler.
Great bowler. And I think they were probably as good a side then and over the next 4 or 5 years as any cricketing side I've ever played against. And just to get one victory against them was great. And I think we only lost this Test series 1-0 anyway.
So 1981. Now, the captaincy, you've had that in the Test match at the start. You've gone to Lords and you've picked up a pair there, and suddenly you're no longer captain at Headingley. Just talk us through the introduction to that, how you felt when you lost the captaincy, and then how you felt actually arriving at the Headingley ground.
Well, I was not very happy with the situation at the start of the series. For some reason, the selectors decided they'd give me game to game as a captain. And I felt this was totally new to English cricket. I don't think it ever happened before, where a captain being given one test at a time, which gave me no continuity. The team didn't know what was going on, and I didn't feel I was getting the full support of some players and also certain members of the selectors. So after the Lord's Test, apparently I beat the axe by a few minutes, but I actually resigned, which was my choice. So I resigned, and then the chairman selected out of bed, so then announced the world would have been sacked anyway, which I thought was unneeded, unnecessary, but maybe they had to justify something. And I was asked there and then who I thought should be captain for the next Test when I resigned, and I said, as far as I'm concerned, there's only one guy, and he should have been captain probably anyway, and that was Mike Brearley. And I was more than happy to turn up at Headingley for the Test. I can remember arriving there, and I can remember Breers calling to one side, and he said, "No, look, do you want to play?" He said, "I understand if you don't want to." I said, "No, I do want to play, Breers." I said, "I felt in great nick all year," which I had, and I said, "I feel something's about to happen." And he said, "Well, I actually feel that as well." He says, "I think you're going to get 150 runs and 10 wickets in the match."
Wasn't far out, was it?
It wasn't far out at all, no.
I thought it was the most astonishing game on which I'd ever commented, and it was certainly one of the greatest all-round performances. 6 for 95, 149 not out, and let's take the 6 for 95 first. Here you are, bowling to Graham Wood.
And he's gone, and Ian Botham has done it. Third ball, and the old magic returns with a bit of help, I think one must say, from the pitch, because it did appear to keep rather low. But what a start. Oh, he could be out, Botham underneath, he's caught it, and that's the end of Kim Hughes' innings.
It's not far away. He didn't go all that far forward, I don't think. Must be gone. Botham has struck again. 58 to Yallop. Australia now 357 for 7.
Oh, Taylor out. Botham gets his first 5-wicket haul since the game before he took over as captain.
On him. Botham picks up another one. Marsh gone for 28. Australia 401 for 9. Safely away for 4. Good shot. It was in the air for about 20 yards, but he hit it very firmly away past Trevor Chappell's left hand. Must be some good attacking strokes like that as well, just to take the initiative away from the fielding side. Batsmen are doing that. One thing you've got to keep in mind is not to do anything silly, just to try and pick the right ball. Well, same treatment. Super shot that. Little loosener from Alderman. .21 to Botham. shot, that. Picked that up beautifully, way past square leg. 35 to Botham now. That's exactly what he wants to do. And the 44 for 6, and Botham has streaked away to 46.
And there it is, 53 in Botham. A really fine innings in the circumstances by any standards, but a wonderful sight to see him hitting the ball with the same old freedom, and it really looks as though the shackles have dropped from his shoulders since the burden of captaincy has been lifted from him, and that is, I think I'm right in saying, his first 50 since his first innings as captain at Trantridge last year. 46 now, needed to by the far one. Down he's gone. Very fine delivery indeed. Botham in that over just losing concentration, and Rodney Marsh appropriately breaks the world wicket-keeping test record off the bowling of Dennis Lilly, who must surely have given him more victims than any other bowler.
Now, my memory of that match is that the England team actually booked out of the hotel on the 4th morning.
That's right.
That's how confident everyone was.
Yeah, and I was one of them. Yeah. No, we all checked out. We thought, oh dear, we're up to our necks in it, and we can't really get out of this. And I thought, well, I'm not going all the way back to the hotel, end of the game, to check out, then to go home. So I thought I'd check out in the morning, and I was very, very pleased to be checking back in that evening.
149 for you, and here you are facing Geoffrey Lawson.
Oh, well stopped. It's a great piece. Well, that's bad luck. Bad luck. It was a lovely shot, but a superb piece of fielding to get to it. Overthrows. You go for 4.
Oh, beautiful stroke, beautiful stroke. And not quite where he intended, but it brings him his 50 nonetheless. His second 50 of the match, and that broad smile conveying the old sense of enjoyment. Safely over the top of Hughes's head. And a bit of a risky blow that, but he's got away with it.
I think he hit this one somewhere near the splice, but he's such a powerful man, and it carried deepish mid on.
So just 8 needed now to make Australia bat again. Oh, now it's 4 needed. 3 4s in a row, and the last 2 owing a bit to luck, but he's really having a lovely time, and so the crowd.
Good Sunday League shot, this. overslip, 4 runs all the way.
Absolute thoroughbred stroke.
This is what we were saying a little while ago. This is a perfect shot. He stays where he is, he doesn't pull that front leg away, and he hits it right in the middle, and England go into the lead.
And that'll be 4 more. And Hughes putting a great deal of thought, as you would expect, into his field placings here. And there is the 100 partnership between Ian Botham and Graham Dilley. In just 70 minutes, which have, if they haven't turned the match upside down, they've certainly turned the character of the match upside down.
But they're looking for that, let alone chasing it. It's gone straight into the confectionery stall and out again. A beautiful hit.
What a wonderful follow through.
Safely away for 4. That's a splendid 100. A great innings by Ian Botham. 50 in the first innings, a century in the second, and 6 wickets. A marvellous all-round performance to match some of the others he's produced for England. And a marvellous tribute as well from his teammates, all of whom have gathered. And Mike Greeley is just giving him the word to stick around.
Oh, it's safe. It's going up for his 25th 4. And that is Ian Botham's highest test score. Oh, magnificent stroke. 4 more runs.
In hindsight, where would you have bowled to you if you'd had the chance?
I think I'd have plugged away length and line, you know, just outside off stump, because I'd have gone for the ball. I was going to attack it from the word go, because that seemed the only solution to the problem. Seemed to be to get out there and take it by the scruff of the neck, the bowling, and have a go. And I think that they gave me too much width, and they bowled too short to me. In general, I felt at the time, and I thought the wicket didn't have enough pace in it for them to bowl short at me, and certainly not with width.
I think that's pretty right. Tommy, what was the pep talk before you went out, just before Bob Willis took all his wickets?
Well, we said that all the way through, when we'd been batting, it had been doing things when the ball had been bowled in the right place, and we felt that on there that it was quite funny actually, because Bob, for some reason, had to run up the hill almost against the wind, and I had the hill, the slope and the wind. And then after about 3 or 4 overs, we decided that Bob decided that probably he'd be better off coming down the hill with a bit of wind and a bit of assistance. And he came in and he hit the perfect length. He got the Australian players weren't quite sure whether to come forward or back, and then he let the ball do the rest. The bounce, the unpredictable bounce. It wasn't a very good wicket, but at the end of the day, I think we bowled better on a bad wicket in the last innings, although we bowled badly in the first innings. So we redeemed ourselves in the second.
They said after that, or Australians said after that, it couldn't happen again. Lightning, etc., can only hit once, but it did happen at Edgbaston, didn't it? 5 for almost nothing.
5 for 1, I think, or something, off 20-odd balls or something, someone told me.
And here's Rodney Marsh, who turns out to be one of them.
Bowled him. 114 for 6. He's out. LBW. First ball and Botham's on a hat-trick. Second attempt and Bob Taylor grabbed it. Lilly is gone. It's 120 for 8.
Botham again to Kent. And he's bowled him, and that surely is going to be it. A joyous, triumphant Botham there. Arms aloft again, 121 for 9, and the man that they so much needed to see the back of, Martin Kent. Bowled by Botham in an inspired spell here. He goes for 10, 121 for 9, with only Terry Alderman to come. And who would believe it? Alderman facing. And that's it this time. He's made sure he's taken 5 wickets. He grabs a stump, and another memorable victory for England. Tremendous performance this. Australia finally dismissed on this 4th day of this 4th Cornhill Test for 121. 151 they required. And tremendous scenes here at Edgbaston. This crowd who really never thought it was possible, but they came in their thousands hoping for such a result.
So another triumph at Edgbaston. You go to Old Trafford now, and everyone's on a roll. Everyone but the Australians, that is. And my memory of that Old Trafford match is of Dennis Lilly bowling very fast, and of you hitting him into the crowd. And I think from memory that Lilly was bowling from the Stretford end.
Yeah, he was bowling at Stretford end, and he tested me with, once the new ball had been taken, he had the new ball in his hand, he tested me with a few short balls, and by that time I was seeing it pretty well, and it was my day, because if it hadn't been my day, one of those balls would have hit me on the head, or would have gone, I'd have nicked it or whatever. And everyone talks about those shots. It's the one I enjoyed most off Dennis that day was one when I smashed it back through mid-off, and it went past Dennis at about head high, and he took evasive action. I mean, I did cream that one, but that one sticks in my mind more than the hook shots that went into the crowd.
Right again to Botham. And that's a good shot, and that's going to be Botham's first 4, the first 4 for England since lunch, and only the 2nd of the day. And really this match is crying out now for some of the belligerence that Ian Botham showed at Headingley. And there's another one. And the roars of the crowd can be entirely understood, because they've had to wait patiently for any aggression from the England batsmen. Whitney to Botham. Oh. And that is off the inside edge, extremely lucky, going for a big shot through the covers. And a very thin inside edge, Marsh having no chance of cutting it off with his left hand.
Whitney now to Botham. Botham's on 21. 4 goes to 25. They just mustn't give this fellow room to play outside the off stump. It doesn't look to me as though they've picked up anything from their Headingley experience. Anything that gives him room outside the off stump, he just thrashes. And they mustn't give him room outside the off stump. Dennis Lilly. In the air and 6. That was a good hit because he was beaten for pace with it, and he took his eye off it and still swung the bat and collected it over deep square leg. In the air. And again. He's beaten Whitney and Wood away there at deep square. They're just not learning at all, the Australian bowlers. At Headingley, they gave Botham room to play his strokes. Here, they're doing it again, and he smashed them for a quick 50. 60 balls it's taken him, 2 6s and 6 4s. And it's delighted this capacity crowd here at Old Trafford. Good shot. Well, Dennis was very lucky there that he was on the way down with his head as the ball went past. So Botham has gone ahead of Tapare now. 65 to number 6 and 63 to number 3. And that drew Alderman into the trap. The first one up to be driven down the ground. Now that was just about the best shot Botham's played today. In the air for 6. He plays that shot very well. He doesn't bother looking at it. He just swats it away like as though you're smashing a fly.
This is another astonishing shot. Just watch Ian Botham's head. He's not looking. He still swipes it for 6.
Dropped him. I'd say that he got the hands to that.
Well, that one didn't. Lily's there. It's cleared him over the ropes. What a magnificent way to go to a 6. What a superlative exhibition this has been. And the whole of Old Trafford rising to its feet to acclaim yet another memorable, magnificent performance from Ian Botham. Down the wicket, big hit, glorious shot, all the way. Up go the arms, 6 more for Botham. And that 6 times he's cleared the boundary in his total of 109. Little bit of lift there and he's gone, caught behind, and the end of a truly memorable, magnificent performance by Ian Botham. 118. Nothing could have been better for a packed Saturday afternoon crowd than to see an exhibition of stroke play such as we've seen from Ian Botham.
Your 200th wicket, Rodney Marsh, and quite possibly the excuse for a beer.
Yeah, I think probably had a couple afterwards, yeah. It was, I can remember bowling a long time in that match. It seemed forever.
Well, 6 for 125 and 4 for 128. And again, as was the case with your first 100, that second 100 came up in an astonishingly short time. And we're only into 1981. You only made your debut 4 years before.
Well, Mike Bridley used to like to bowl me quite a lot as well.
If you're getting wickets at that rate,
That's
I'm
right.
not surprised.
2 deep squares, looking for the missed-down hook shot. And there it is, and it's going to be out this time. It's taken by Brilliant Slip. in the air, and it's holed out at mid-off, and Martin Kemp can't believe it. He can't really work out how it got to mid-off. Not sure it's hooked away very well in front of square this time. And then they're pointing at the wicket. Ian Botham's looking. He says he's knocked his wicket down playing the shot. They're waiting for a deliberation. Harold Bird is having a few words, and Barry Mayer's coming down and he's out. Yes, he's played a hook shot, and Kim Hughes, I suppose one's always desperately unlucky to be dismissed in that way.
British caught him.
Over they go, maybe off the pad, but that's enough. And Ian Botham has said goodbye to Terry Oldham.
There's a good delivery, and might even have troubled a number 7 or 8. Brealey's got him. It's in the air, Gadding's under it. Marsh, the batsman, and he's out. Gadding has caught it, a brilliant catch off Botham, who thoroughly deserved the wicket. And Marsh has gone for a dashing 52. And that is Ian Botham's 200th Test match wicket. His 200th wicket in his 41st Test, beating Alec Betts' record for England, which established 200 wickets in 44 Tests.
And he's bowled him. And that must be close, yes. Absolutely plumb. Went back, kept just a shade low.
Now back to Old Trafford, a century against the Australians in 1981, and 128 against India with Martin Lal bowling. You are being helped by that most enthusiastic